Hey guys, God bless you all. I am going to go for about an hour or so. Disclaimer, this is just information I'm sharing with you. If you are a gambler, do as you wish. Share your insights. Absolutely, go for it. Obviously, tonight you'll find out who the winner is or whatever it may be. But just so you know, I'm sharing insights here. When it comes to gambling, which I know a lot of you still do, and I understand why. There's many ways. There's many ways to win money. Like, it's not just money line, guys. Before I get into the information I'm going to share, it's not just who's winning Chiefs or Ravens. It's bigger than that. You can do spreads, you can do passing yards, completed passes, touchdowns. Okay, who's winning at halftime, in play. There's a million ways of doing it. I'll give you an example. I did a code yesterday for the Mets, and one of my really good friends who's on my site, he took them to win 8-3. It was all in my code, and he got it at 95 to 1. All right, 95 to 1. Oh, you can't see it really, probably. I could share the image. So this is what I'm trying to say to you. There's different ways of going about this. He read the code. He was like, okay, I'm going to punt on 8-3 or 3-8 because the Mets, they which was in the code. The Mets picture was number 38. Okay, don't worry, I'm going to get into the NFL in a minute. The Mets picture, he was wearing number 38. The Mets got their 38th home win, and they dropped Boston, okay, who heavily connects to Brady, to 70-70. Brady made his NFL debut against New York. He was born in 77, okay? Red Sox got their 32nd road loss. Brady retired on the 32nd day of the year. There was so many numbers for both here, but people read the codes, they do as they wish. And my friend literally took, before the game began, the Mets to beat the Red Sox 8-3 or 3-8. Because Brady was obviously born on 8-3. He won his last Super Bowl, 38th day of the year. And all the 38s that were in my code. And he got 95 to 1. So there's just so many different ways. I don't get too wrapped up in it all now, because it's like the people that said with last year's Super Bowl, right? This is probably the best example. So the Chiefs played the 49ers. Pre-season, I said the Chiefs win the NFC and they'll either play the Eagles or the 49ers. All right, so I was on 3 teams. 2 of them made the Super Bowl. Okay, then the day of the Super Bowl, I found slightly more for the 49ers, and I had Christian McCaffrey touchdown, which he got. And I said, if the 49ers go up, you have to cover the Chiefs because the Chiefs code's unbelievable as well. Obviously, Chiefs became 3-1. Many people covered. Many took them NFC. Some just went in on the 49ers. They don't pay attention. Okay, so there's no pleasing. I said before the game began, it would be decided by 3 points before the game began. All right, and it was 25-22. It was decided by 3 points. So I got almost all of it right. And then it's like, you're a liar. You said 49ers. I never once said I didn't have a slight lean for the 49ers. But all the other stuff goes under the radar because people can't bet. They literally just want to say, so who's winning? Who's winning then? Chiefs, 49ers, Chiefs, Ravens, who's winning? I got 8 out of the last 9 NFL playoff games correct. Bang on. Many comebacks. 49ers were 5-1 twice in 2 separate games in play, and I told people to take them. So, again, see the bigger picture. If you want to get good at this, or continue being the gambler that loses money every single week, crying yourself to sleep because you don't know how to bet and you're greedy and you don't know how to read the numbers in play. So all I'm going to do here for you, because I still somewhat find these games interesting with the numbers that are revealed, because everything's connected by a code, isn't it? So let's do this. God bless every one of you in the chat. We got Adam Lastman in the house, Riddler. Woo, one of the best coders there is. Child of God. Joseph's here. Much love, Bebe. Hulk Beast, how you doing, mate? Patrick, how you doing? All right. Alan. So I'll just go through what I see. And again, you guys do as you wish. So today's date is 9/5. So why? Why does the NFL season begin today? Why are the Chiefs playing? I'll tell you. Ping that like button, guys. Again, I'm doing all of this for free for you. So please hit that like button. I noticed that on YouTube, I got back up to 12.2 and now I'm back to 12.1. So again, overnight, I've lost 14 subscribers. Yeah. But at least when I talk about this stuff, they monetize me. They don't mind me talking about this because it's somewhat still keeping people wrapped up in it all. And I understand that, but I still will expose it all. So let me first of all tell you why the teams are playing on this date. So I'll just read out what I've got. The 2024-2025 NFL season starts with a barn burner between last year's Super Bowl champions, the Chiefs, and one of their biggest threats, the Baltimore Ravens. This is a rematch of last year's AFC Championship match, which the Chiefs won 17-10. So I've shared my insights. I've said I'll give a clearer pick closer to the game because I like to see what other people are saying. I respect my community. There's some unbelievable coders. Savvy last night had the Padres to win. They were 5-0 down and they won 6-5 and I backed up his code. So there's, again, it varies. It varies on my website. You might just take one game and it misses. You might just take one and it hits. You might have 5 games and you got 4 right, but one let you down and it was the biggest favorite. And like, why did I take it? The fact is you took it. So I'm not going to be shocked if the Chiefs three-peat. I've said this for a long time. I'm not going to be shocked. But I'm not going to go into that code. That'll be separate later. That I'll post on my website. So I looked into where the money is. Now, I don't know how legit this is. I'll be honest. I go on Vegas Insider. It tells me where the money's at. Obviously, that can change every 30 minutes, but it often gives you a good read. So as of now, it was telling me that the Chiefs, 70% of people are betting on the Chiefs to win money line. That's a lot. Okay. You very rarely get the Chiefs at these odds at home. Maybe once in the season. All right. Where you can get the Chiefs where they're like minus 140. It's rare. It's very rare because of how good they are. Like, for example, Mahomes has only ever lost 13 times at home in his career, which is incredible. So the odds are very suspect, but again, it doesn't mean the Chiefs can't blow out Baltimore. Do you know what I mean? People will look at those odds, even people like me, and go, it's going to be a close game. And then the Chiefs could absolutely annihilate them. I've seen this. So I don't get too wrapped up in the odds. But then I was like, let me check the spread. 69% of the money is on the Ravens spread. Now, the spread is +3. I don't like those spreads. Hey, Jessica, God bless you. O'Malley, God bless you. I don't like those spreads. 3 points. You know you're going to be in for a sweat. Unless Baltimore just crush it. The 3-point games, I don't like that. So my advice to all of you gamblers is when you're doing a spread, take the alternate spread. So if the line opens at +3, take +5.5. Okay? Obviously, the value is not as good, but you'll still find value. We know how it works with the algorithm, whether it is Vegas, as people say it is, whether it is demons, whatever it is. They play with your emotions with this spread. Okay? So 69% of people are getting that extra 3 points for Baltimore. Now, this next stat was very interesting. 82% of the public believe that it's going to be over 47 points. Now, when I saw it's 47 points, the over and under, it just got me thinking about Super Bowl 58, which was on 2/11, the 47th prime. The game ended with 47 points. It was 25-22. All right. The Chiefs won it exactly 47 weeks after their coach's birthday, Andy Reid. The Chiefs won the Super Bowl exactly 47 months after COVID was declared a pandemic. So I was like, the opening game, the over and under is 47. So 82% believe it's going to be over. So again, logically, ping that like button, guys. I'd really greatly appreciate it. And again, I'm going to put my website link. I think many people don't realize the amount of information that gets shared daily. And obviously, it ain't just by me. All right. For example, today on my website, not just through me at all, I'm so grateful for the family I have on the website. There's codes for the the Nations League, the football games. There's the MLB codes. There's this NFL code. There's codes about what's going on around the world. It's not just what's the illusion posted. For 4 years of doing this, I've built a community of like-minded people who really care about each other and they share the insights. All right. And $10 is nothing. If you're betting, if you're able to afford to place a bet, I don't know why you're not on my site to get all the other stuff that comes with it for $10 in all reality. And if you don't like it, it don't work out for you, you just leave, don't you? It's $10, guys. You can't buy a Big Mac meal for that in Mexico. So, well, at least where I live. So what I was saying is, you've got Mahomes, the greatest quarterback there is. Then you've got Jackson, who's an unbelievable quarterback on paper. So as a fan, you look at the game, and again, I'm not saying I know what the score is going to be. You look at that and go, it's got to be over 47 points. This is Mahomes, all right? You've got Travis Kelce, who loves a touchdown. You've got Lamar Jackson, who loves a touchdown for the Ravens, who's got a great running game and all of that. So you look at that and you go, okay, that's a gimme. So everyone's going to hammer the over. Now, you know it's probably going to be tight early. And again, maybe it won't be. Maybe they'll have them go 7-7 super early and everybody thinks, whoa, it's going to easily come in the over. And then you go a quarter and there's no points. You know it is. It's an emotional roller coaster. I like to read what's going on in play if I'm paying attention. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break down what I see so far. So today is 9-5, and it's the opening day of the NFL. Chiefs against the Ravens. Now, Chiefs just won Super Bowl 58, okay, on February the 11th. And they won it. They won it on the 95-year anniversary of Vatican City being founded. Okay, Vatican City was founded 2/11/1929. So we know straight away this will have Society of Jesus numbers. It will connect to the Pope. All right. And then you look at the Baltimore bridge collapse and how that connects to the Society of Jesus. I did a video about it. We know all about Baltimore, Maryland. It was Baltimore's Francis Scott Bridge, Pope Francis. You got Maryland Catholics. They pray to Mary. Okay, so it's like, okay, is this season about the Pope again, like last year? Okay, I hope so, because I've got every number about the Pope. Yeah, that's in my code, brother. Thank you for sharing that, but I'll get to that later. But you're right, it is the 105th NFL season. Mahomes, obviously, his birthday is the 17th of September. He was born on the anniversary of the NFL being founded, with 105 days left in the year. Travis Kelce was born on October the 5th, 10-5. So now you know why Mahomes and Kelce connect. They have the 105. Mahomes was born with 105 days left in the year. Kelce was born on October the 5th, 10-5. All right. So if Mahomes throws a touchdown to Kelce today in first game of the 105th NFL season, you can't say you're going to be shocked. Now, the average person would say it's Mahomes and Kelce. That's what they do. It's nothing about the code. And that's up to them, isn't it? Can somebody give me a woo? So, again, these 95s. Today is 9-5. You got the Chiefs who won the Super Bowl 58, on the 95-year anniversary of the Society of of the Vatican City being founded. Now, one of the best players in the NFL, is Kobe Bryant. I mean, Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett plays for Cleveland. I think you've got to keep an eye on Cleveland. He wears number 95. So you have to keep an eye on Myles Garrett. I don't know if there's a bet where you can get him Defensive Player of the Year again. I had him last year. I had some sort of code with him anyway that hit. And yeah, the fact that the season begins on 9-5, look out for Myles Garrett. Look out for Cleveland to have a good year. Yeah, the Ravens do connect to Prince Philip and Crowley. Obviously, you got the Ravens that are outside Buckingham Palace that protect it. So, yeah, that is true. And have you noticed as well that Mahomes wears number 15 and Jackson wears number 8? And the Society of Jesus were recognized by the Catholic Church on 15-8. So even the jersey numbers, guys. So another 95 with the Catholic Church is the 95 Theses was written by Martin Luther, and it was exposing the Catholic Church. And Luther stated that the Pope himself had too much power over the church and politics. So you've got the 95 Theses calling out the Catholic Church. And then you've got the Chiefs winning Super Bowl 58 on the 95-year anniversary of Vatican City being founded. And you've got Myles Garrett, who's number 95, who I connect to Kobe Bryant. And you've got Kobe Bryant, who died on his way from leaving Catholic Mass. It's all very interesting to me. It is just all, I will always find this interesting. Now, Martin Luther wrote the 95 Theses, and Martin Luther King, which is pure mockery and not his real name, died on the 95th day of the year, which was in 1968. And he died on 95 date numerology. Okay? He died 4 + 4 + 19 + 68. April the 4th, 1968. You add up those numbers, guys, it's 95. So you got Martin Luther King dying on the 95th day of the year on 95 date numerology pure. And then you've got the Martin Luther who wrote the 95 Theses. This is stuff that's just not a coincidence, is it? Can I get a woo? Mahomes and Lamar both go 9-4 versus AFC West and North with Ravens win. Ravens coach can go 161-99. Philip born 161st day, died 99th day. And he died at age 99. Martin Lucifer King. That's brilliant stuff, Gus. Again, all of you on my website, just pay attention to these insights. There's some amazing coders here. Now, let me talk a little bit about the Ravens. I'm going to go back and forth because I just want you guys to do as you wish. I personally won't be watching the game, but I'll keep an eye on what's going on to hopefully try and help people. So if you want to talk about the Ravens, they have some numbers. They do. They have some big numbers. Now, Tom Brady's the GOAT, isn't he? He won his last ever Super Bowl against Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he made his NFL debut in 2001, the year of 9/11. And he made his debut on 23/9, the 23rd of September, on a day leaving 99 days left in the year. So this is similar to what Gus said. Now, the Ravens coach, okay? The Ravens coach, his birthday is 23/9. Right? His birthday is 23/9. Brady made his NFL debut 23/9. Now, 23/9 leaves 99 days left in the year, and the Ravens coach is on 99 regular season losses. Right? Smash that like button, guys. Hopefully you're processing this. So, again, you've got Brady, who made his NFL debut on the Ravens coach's birthday on 23/9 with 99 days left in the year. And now what we have is we have the Baltimore coach coming in with 99 regular season losses against the Chiefs, the team that Brady won his last Super Bowl against. Hey, O'Malley, God bless you. Deion Sanders born in the 239 area code. That's super interesting. 239 area code is in Florida. That's where Brady won his last Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. Didn't he? Tampa Bay. Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. Right, that's amazing stuff. Thank you for that, Joseph. Now, 239 is the 52nd prime number, okay? 239 is the 52nd prime number. The Chiefs coach can get his 52nd regular season loss with the Chiefs against a guy who was born on 239. That's interesting. Sanders played for the 49ers and the Cowboys. I think 49ers do very well again this year. Brady's favorite team, yeah? Brady grew up supporting the 49ers. He was born in San Mateo, just outside San Francisco. Yeah, and Brady's last ever game was against the Cowboys, where he got embarrassed. Now, there's a bit more for Baltimore. There'll be a lot more, actually, if I properly look. But the Ravens can become 4-2 away versus the Chiefs all time, as Mahomes drops to 4-2 all time versus the Ravens 4 months and 2 days before Lamar Jackson's birthday. And the Chiefs and Mahomes won Super Bowl 58 on the 42nd day of 2024 to become 4-2 all time in Super Bowls. Chiefs coach's recent birthday was on a day leaving 287 days left in the year. World War I began on 28/7. 287 is the 14th pentagonal number. Mahomes can get his 14th loss at home. But as of now, there's more for the Chiefs. As of now, but there's loads more for Baltimore, which I'll cover later. Gus said Prince Philip equals 84. Lamar Demetrius Jackson equals 84. It's Lamar's 84th game, plus rapper just died called Lamar, 29 days from his birthday, and Lamar can get his 29th regular season road win. Wow. That's pretty crazy. That's crazy. But the Chiefs can become 8-4 all time in the regular season against the Ravens. So that 84 can benefit them. And the Basilica was struck twice by lightning exactly 84 years after Vatican City was founded. So again, I just want to show you all here. O'Malley, thank you very much. Absolutely. Thank you for that. I think is that your first super chat? I'm very grateful for that, brother. And I'll send you it now. Let me pause because I get so many emails every day that I sometimes forget. So let me send you it. And thank you to everyone who supported that book. And anybody who hasn't asked for it, you don't need to pay me. You don't have to. It's donation-based, but if you don't have anything, you get the book. I've sent out hundreds. It should be thousands. And that's not because my book's so amazing, I want the whole world to read it. It's because, like I said, it's pretty much free. If you don't have money, just contact me. It's been about 50-50. 50% of give a donation. The other 50 just said, please, I don't have any money. Can you send me the book? Yes, done. O'Malley, it's sent. Can you confirm that you received it? Baltimore area codes are 410. Used to be 301 in case that ever comes up. I appreciate that. I do believe that the dialing codes are crucial. They're definitely crucial. So thank you for that. I know, like, for example, LA Rams, didn't they? They won the Super Bowl on 213 and the area code's 213. And they won it in Los Angeles. They beat the Bengals, didn't they? Again, that year in that Super Bowl, I had the Rams to win. I had the opening touchdown. Everyone seemed to be on Cincinnati. People forget what you call, don't they, guys? Can somebody give me a woo? People always seem to forget what you call and remember everything you miss. It's just part of our sinful, fallen nature. to be honest with you. It's like I said, I had the Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl, play the 49ers or Eagles. It's pretty much spot on, wasn't it? But it's like, no, you're a fraud. It's like, wow. Okay, so Celtics just did the same thing with the area code win. Yeah, they did. Are you talking about the 617, the 617? Is that what you're referring to? You got it. All right. God bless you. So let me give you some numbers for the Chiefs that they have. The Chiefs are 0-3 in the preseason. I think that's another indicator they're going to three-peat. All right, guys, three-peating just rarely happens. I know Michael Jordan did it, but the three-peat is rare. Kobe's three-peated as well, as far as I'm aware. Has Kobe three-peated with Shaq? So a three-peat is rare, but the Chiefs are 0-3 in the preseason. So the average fan, again, you've got to remember that 99% of the fans don't know this information. Try to remember that. So they're going to go, the Chiefs are struggling. Maybe they're getting complacent. Okay. And that's what they did last year. People were like, the Chiefs are struggling. They ain't going to get there again. And it's like, yeah, they will. They will, because it's all it needs is they get to the playoffs and then they start saying, here we go, primetime Mahomes. The Chiefs know how to win big games. The Chiefs turn up in big games. Don't worry about if they lose the first couple of games. And like, are you still confident in the Chiefs' illusion? Yeah. So it means nothing. Ultimately, it means nothing. I'm going to try and code every Chiefs game this season. I'm going to try and code every single game that they play. Because I want to be on top of all of their numbers. So I'm going to keep record of them all. Andy Reid can get his 52nd Chiefs loss exactly 52 weeks after the Lions beat them in the opener last season. Oh, my word. Okay, Gus, I'm taking that. I'll just put it. That's big. The 52 is massive. Let me tell you something. This has just hit me now. Listen to this. 1 second. I'm not going to tell you my exact pick in this stream because I don't know it yet, okay? And it's not to say come to my website and find out for yourself. I don't know it yet. I'm gonna get a better read. Oh, my better read. Like Andy Reid, Big Red. Like, what makes him so good? Like, why is his coaching so good? It's just his code. He's got the same birthday as Derek Chauvin, by the way, who killed George Floyd. Now, listen to this. So we've got all those. Ping the like, guys. There's 40 of you watching. You're getting primetime information for free. Come on, please. Please, sir. Can I have some more likes? Come on. Smash it, guys. This is like, thankfully, I have this knowledge, this information that I've been blessed with now for 4 years. I just want to share it a bit more openly with you all now. Because people are always like, can't you do this before the games? I'm like, I do on my website. Oh, I don't have any money. So I'll try and sometimes do this for free for you. So you can get an idea of what's going on in my head, the gifted minds of the people in the chat or from my website, and do whatever you want with the information. It's not easy. That's another reason why I'm showing you this. It's not just like, okay, who's winning? This is complex. It's so complex. Now, at one point in this stream, you'll be like, okay, Chiefs are winning then. 5 minutes later, you'll be like, actually, it's probably better to get Baltimore spread. They have loads of numbers. And it can annoy you. It can be annoying, but it's also like mind-blowing. Now, listen to this. 49ers got to the Super Bowl last year, right? And they came in 5-2 all time in Super Bowls. 5 wins, 2 losses. They're now 5-3, right? They're now 5-3. But they came into Super Bowl 58, guys. Guess how many points they'd acquired in 7 Super Bowls? This is spine-chilling. This was like, oh my word. 239 points. So 239 is the 52nd prime. And coming into Super Bowl 58, the 49ers had scored 239 points all time in Super Bowls and had a 5-2 record. Yeah, Chiefs will make it 3 straight if they win the Super Bowl. They'll three-peat. World War III, they won Super Bowl 58 by 3 points with 3 seconds left. The guy who got the touchdown was number 12. 1 + 2 is 3. The Chiefs had 3 points at halftime. It's all the numbers indicating that they can three-peat. I'm not going to be embarrassed if they don't, because they've got all the numbers that say they three-peat. They've got all the numbers as of now. I caught that. And they won the Super Bowl by 3 points. So I don't know how many more threes you want. And then in the preseason, they're 0-3. They had to play 3 games. So I add it all up. Again, I'm not ashamed to ever be wrong with these things now, because the information's there. Isn't it, guys? The information is there. You can trust it. Do I know who's winning the Super Bowl? No. Do I know who's winning today? No. Will I give you information that you won't find many other places? Yeah. Now, that's why I'm giving you the 239.52. And the Ravens coach, born 23-9, can give the Chiefs coach his 52nd loss in the regular season with the Chiefs. That's big. Like that is big. But is that the riddle? I can't say it is. I don't know. I know Super Bowl 52, the Eagles won it. I know that Kobe supported the Eagles and he won 5 NBA finals and lost 2. So obviously the Eagles win Super Bowl 52. I find that interesting. All right. And they beat the Patriots, didn't they? They beat the Patriots. And the Eagles got 41 points, and we know Kobe died at age 41. It's 41-33. And they won the game by 8 points, and we know Kobe began his career wearing number 8. It's all very interesting. Now, so we know we have the bridge collapse in Baltimore. Can you give me a woo? The fact that Brady won his first Super Bowl the year of 9/11 is when he made his debut, and he wins it with the Patriots after the US signed the Patriots Act was enough to wake people up. It should have been, but it wasn't, unfortunately. I've written a book about Brady, guys, his whole life and his career, his retirement, his marriage. I've got every number about Brady if you're interested, anybody. So Truth Matter thinks Atlanta wins this weekend, one day after the Georgia school shooting. There are things like that do definitely have a say in the outcome of these games. What about Damar Hamlin's made a full recovery? What's that all about, guys? How can you have a cardiac arrest and then make your way back to the NFL, which we're told has the best athletes in the world? Guys, once you've had a cardiac arrest, that should be the end of your career. Can somebody give me an amen if you agree? If you have a cardiac arrest, you're on the verge of death, that should be the end of your career in the most athletic league in the world. You should be done. But he's back, and they're saying he's going to be better than ever. You got to question whether he actually had one. That's all I'm going to say. So the Baltimore bridge came down. All right. For bonus points, guys, what time did it come down? What time did it come down? I know it. I'm just asking you guys. Or should I just tell you? Sometimes I ask the questions. It takes forever for people to answer. 128. All right. It was 128. Now, why is that potentially significant to this game? All right. 1:28 a.m. Guess how many wins Andy Reid has in the regular season with the Chiefs? The Super Bowl is in New Orleans. Guess where the first Super Bowl was that the Chiefs were in? Tulane, which is in the New Orleans. That's very interesting. We know the New Orleans as well. It's often involved in these natural disasters. We're getting more and more of them. So, yeah, so it was 128. Andy Reid, thank you, Bob. Andy Reid has 128 regular season wins with the Chiefs. Does he stay on that against Baltimore, where the bridge connects to the 128? That's very possible. But even so, even if he comes off that, it's absolutely insane that he has that record coming in against Baltimore. Do you know what I mean? That in itself is just crazy. Do you know the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed 17,170 days after it was opened? And Revelation 17:17 said, "For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of God shall be fulfilled." Well, the beast reigns for 42 months, and Mahomes can drop to 4-2 against Baltimore, who can become 4-2 against the Chiefs in Kansas City. And the bridge collapsed at 1:28 a.m. in Maryland, 128 days before what would have been Francis Scott Key's birthday. And bridge collapse equals 128, and so does Maryland. And then Revelation 12:8 says, "And prevail not, neither was the place found anymore in heaven." And that was about the war in heaven between Michael and the angels and the dragon and his angels, and the dragon was defeated. And we know the dragon's red and the Chiefs wear red. This is all, like, there's loads for Baltimore. Like, for me personally, I couldn't put Chiefs money line tonight. Now, do you want another 128? Exactly, Gomez. Gomez, I appreciate you. I think you're an unbelievable coder, and I'm so grateful that you found the website. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for all of you who share your insights. You're gifted. Now, there's two ways of looking at this, guys. There really is. It's the mindset of, wow, this is mind-blowing. This is intriguing. I want to learn this. And there's also the mindset of, wow, this is double-coded. You might as well flip a coin. There's two mindsets there, isn't there? Can somebody give me a woo? My mindset of, this is mind-blowing. You're no longer just one of those fans who sat there as a fanboy thinking the best team's going to win. All right, you're now paying attention. You're looking at the score. You're reading the play. You're figuring out the prime numbers. You're listening to the commentary, where they're going with this. It becomes a whole new experience. But do I understand when people say, so who's winning then? You've given me all this great information. Who takes it? This is exactly how it was with the 49ers Chiefs Super Bowl. There was next to nothing in it. Next to nothing in it. And that's why it was a 3-point game. So another 128. Listen to this. Wow, that's interesting stuff. Do you know the NFC Championship was the Chiefs against Baltimore, correct? It was 17-10. Well, go look when they met each other. January the 28th. Guys, they last met on 1-28. All right? Yeah, the AFC. They last met on January the 28th. So you've got this for the 1-28s for Baltimore. You've got the teams last met 1-28. All right? Which was the AFC Conference Championship. 1-28. You've got the Chiefs coach on 128 regular season wins with the Chiefs. You've got the Baltimore Bridge collapsing at 128. It's like, what? So for me, it's like, okay, if Baltimore beat them, would I do a 1-minute video saying those 128s? Yes. Do you know what? Another 128? The first human being to get the Neuralink chip in their brain was on 128, the same day that the Chiefs beat the Ravens. All right. There was a man, and his name was Mark, like Mark of the Beast, and he received a Neuralink implant in his brain. What date was that? 128. Is that the riddle? Is the 128 the riddle? It could be. That movie on Netflix, Leave the World Behind, was released on 12/8. Julia Roberts born on 10/28. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, Julia Roberts has the same birthday as Bill Gates. And remember the French Open when you got that girl who came on to the court? What did she have on her shirt? What did she have on her shirt? This is what she had. This is what she had. We have 1,028 days left. And she tied herself to the net, the French Open. Another 128. So you could say like what I'm doing here is a distraction. Ultimately, you're still distracting and lead people at sports. It's far different, guys, to me being a fanboy and like wearing a Chiefs jersey and saying, let's go Chiefs, let's go Mahomes. I expose it all. I ain't going to stop you from watching it. I've helped some people stop watching it, but I alone cannot stop you from watching these games or betting on these games. I can wake you up to the code, but I can't. People who call me a hypocrite saying you call out sports, but you put out sports picks. If people are going to stop watching it, they'll stop watching it. I think I lead people away from the idolatry of sports. I don't think I lead them away from watching it or gambling on it. That's not on me. But I think I lead them away from the worship. They'll second guess buying a Mahomes jersey now. Okay? Or maybe they won't. Some of them are still wrapped up in it. My mate who won the 95-1 bet, he'll be a Mets fan till his last breath and a Chiefs fan. Whatever I show him. And I ain't going to judge him for it. Can I get a how dare you? Yeah. How dare you? Lamar the rapper just died today, perfectly connected to NFL season. Oh my word, did he? Lamar the rapper died today. Does that mean that's the death of the Ravens? I don't know. You know this will connect to Kendrick Lamar as well, won't it? It'll connect to Kendrick Lamar, who's got this beef with Drake. Rapper Rich Homie Quan dies at age 34. So that's the 9th Fibonacci number. I don't know, there's a team. Does the Ravens end on 34 points? Is this Lamar? So remember, they go by like these rapper names. Rapper Rich Homie Quan, real name DeQuantas Lamar, has died at age 34. Rich Homie Quan first became famous in 2013. What, the year that Francis became the Pope? You can't. No cause of death has been reported. Now, again, I'm not going back and forth. Like, did he really die? Like, was it a ritual? But yeah, he died in Atlanta. Again, how can DeQuantas Lamar die the same day that Lamar Jackson is going to be starting quarterback for the Ravens? There's so much to factor in. It's now, okay, so is the riddle revolved around the rapper Lamar who just died? Is that the riddle? And it's like, oh man, I love that, but now this has happened. And I'm telling you, it can get frustrating. I'll tell you. I can see why people find it frustrating. because there's so many angles, which is why in play I excel. It's how I won tens of thousands of dollars when I bet in play. I got all the information together. I'd listen to the commentary. I'm like, that's where they're going. That's exactly where they're going. And I was able to do that over and over again, thankfully. So yeah, the Phillip and Crowley stuff's amazing. Obviously, you got Crowley like Crow. You connect it with Ravens, Blackbirds. You got black quarterback. Have you seen that 15 of the starting quarterbacks for game week 1 are going to be black? That's like crazy, like historically. I would love to have a local family or friend that knew gematria. Do you know what would actually be fun? Like for me, the only way I would watch these games again, right? For me, is if I was sat down with a handful of unbelievable coders, like-minded, and between us, not taking it too seriously, not betting money we can't afford, but we're watching it and seeing it. Like you've even got to look at like who does the opening kick? What's his jersey number? What's the jersey number of the kickers? You've got to look into so much. The dates of birth of them. Who's the official tonight? Why him? Shall we check? So I see if I can find it, guys. Smash that like button, please, if you haven't already. I'll try and find out who the official is, the main official today, because their birthdays will have a say. And they're always given a jersey number as well. That's helped me call so many games in play with the NBA. The jersey numbers. So I don't know if I can find it. Let's put Chiefs versus Ravens referee 2024. I don't know what's going to come up. All right, Sean Hakuli. See if they give us any information about this guy. All right, it's born in Arizona. Born the same year as Kobe, 1978. His birth is 25/6. That's 16 times 16. The square root of 16 is 4. I know Mahomes can get his 4th regular season win against the Ravens. So 25/6. What's the... So the date today, 9/5. Let's check why this guy is the official. Oh my word, 10 weeks and 2 days after his birthday, the Chiefs can become 10-2 in game week 1 under Big Andy Reid. Mahomes was drafted round 1, pick 10, 110. Ravens coach can get his 110th career loss. And those 110s connect to 9/11, which lasted 102 minutes. And this official is going to be officiating 10 weeks and 2 days after his birthday. Oh my word, guys. This is massive. I have to share this with you. Guys, this official, his birthday is in a span of exactly 42 weeks. All my 42s, guys, I've got to add this. Guys, the 42s, the Chiefs just became 4-2 in Super Bowls on the 42nd day of the year. Mahomes can drop to 4-2 all time against the Ravens. The Ravens can become 4-2 in Kansas City. All right. And the game is, it is 4 months and 2 days before Lamar Jackson's birthday. And the game is a span of exactly 42 weeks before the official's birthday. I know if one of these teams ends on 42 points, highly unlikely. It'll be absolutely mental. So that's another thing for you guys who are coding. Look into the official, the main official, who obviously have a big say. Flag, 10-yard penalty. Somebody breathed on somebody too hard. That's another reason why I can't watch the games, because the corruption, which is all part of the Satanism with it all. I know we just blame the referees, but they're all possessed as well whilst they're on that field. So that's mental. I'm going to ask you this in the chat, just out of interest. Let's see what you're saying. And again, I hope you realize how hard this is. And to do this every single day. So I'll ask you a few different things. My head is pounding here. I've done a poll. So just now, if you're still watching, who wins, the Chiefs or Ravens for you guys, from what I'm presenting to you? There's not that much difference in the value. I think the Ravens are plus 130. And just know that starting odds can change like that with the first play. All right, maybe Ravens get the ball. Maybe Jackson throws a 42-yard pass. Now the Ravens are favorites after one pass. Can somebody give me a woo? You hear what I'm saying there? So Chiefs are slight favorites. Literally, after one play, the Ravens could be. One long pass. It's like, whoa. Wow. That's the thing with, like, when you're obsessed with the pre-game money line, you don't know what you're doing. It changes like that. And it's like being smart enough, like, okay, wow. I think this is going to be a super close game. Now the Chiefs are down by 14. I'm going to take their plus 10 spread. I don't think they get blown out. And then what happens is the Chiefs end up coming back and winning, or they lose by 5 or whatever. Because you've got to know that there's a lot of eyes watching this. There is that to factor in. If it's a blowout, are people going to be like, okay, I'm going to turn this off now? Perhaps not. Maybe they're just going to keep watching it. If it's super close, they stay right to the end, which is why so many big games are decided. Look at the Super Bowl. There was 3 seconds left. It went like that. 1 minute, like the 49ers are winning, then the Chiefs, oh my word, the Chiefs are going to win. And it's like, oh no, 49ers, they come back, they've got it again. It's all energy. It is energy. Lamar's 78th regular season game, 99 days from JFK's death. Lamar can get his 59th win on a date written 5-9. Big JFK number. Yep. So, Claire, you love the Ravens. And again, I can see why so many people love the Ravens. I've just seen here Poland beat Scotland in the 97th minute. You have to cover your bets, guys. 97th minute. I didn't code that game. I saw a lot of stuff for Poland not to lose. But I've just seen that in the 97th. Anything can happen, man. So Riddler likes the Ravens, Lastman Ravens. Anybody on the Chiefs? Gomez likes the Chiefs. Bob thinks Chiefs win by 1 or 2. So he likes the Chiefs, but Baltimore spread. If you bet on the Chiefs, watch out. They will screw you on the spread. Yeah, I wouldn't take the Chiefs spread. I don't know what I'd do here personally. I'm trying to figure it out in my head. Like, would I take Ravens like plus 5.5 maybe? It's tough because Mahomes can get up and down the field in like no time. And how many times are we going to get? Like, this is what I won't be shocked to see. Hear me out here. Yeah. 52 is massive, bro, in the code today. The Chiefs coach can get his 52nd regular season loss against a coach who's born 23-9, the 52nd prime. So, yeah, the 52 is big. What I've seen with Mahomes is he's 6'2". His name equals 62, and he can become 6-2 when playing on a Thursday in his 62nd all-time home game. And the Ravens coach was born in 62. And Revelation 6:2 says, "And I saw and behold a white horse." Okay. And he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. We know Mahomes is conquering the NFL. They were just crowned Super Bowl winners. But what you're telling me here for another 52 is Mahomes can what? You're saying he can drop to 5-2 where? On the opening day? That's interesting. That's very interesting. And like Gus said, Andy Reid can get his 52nd Chiefs loss exactly 52 weeks after the Lions beat them in the opener last season, which was a shock. That ending to that game. Did you guys watch that? Did you guys watch the ending of that Chiefs-Lions game? Just ridiculous. 61's the 18th prime, which is 6 + 6 + 6. There's a lot of numbers against the Chiefs here, man, a lot. The Lions have 52 players week 1 instead of 53. Wow, that's crazy. So Bob says, take the Chiefs when they become underdogs. Usually for me, I like a code. I'm like, take them in play. I don't think I could take the Chiefs in play. I don't know what I would do with this game as a bettor. I'm being deadly serious. I don't know. German police killed gunman near Israeli consulate in Munich 52 years after Munich Olympics attack. What the heck? I saw yesterday I had the Braves to beat Colorado to drop them to 1952, the year Elizabeth became the queen. And they ended up winning the game 5-2. I think more people need to read my codes and start doing tiny bets on the exact score with the amount of time my numbers hit. If my codes hit, which is more often than not, my numbers hit. Like the guy Andy who got 95-1 on 8-3. Keep an eye on if somebody gets a touchdown, if they somehow do this gunshot celebration or bow and arrow, which is becoming a big thing. Lamar Jackson, you have Nicholas Jackson for Chelsea who just scored. He did the gun celebration. So I'm telling you, if Lamar Jackson does a gun celebration, can you all leave a comment on this video? I don't know what celebrations he does. I know a lot of them throw up the 666 when they get a touchdown. I know Kelsey does that. Like, what, did he hit a 3-point shot? Can somebody give me a woo? Just betting against the Chiefs is like, it's like betting against Manchester City or betting against Real Madrid. It's like, the odds tell me the Ravens. The odds tell me the Ravens win. But like I said, the odds just change so quickly. Like Chiefs could be up 14-0 after 6 minutes. And now the Ravens are 4-1. It's like, okay, they ain't coming back. It's so rare that they come back with those odds. Sometimes it happens, but it's like, nah. See how this can give a person a headache. Every playoff game for the Chiefs in last year's playoffs, Chiefs were dogs, got behind them, won. That is very true. They're always slight underdogs. They're always the slight underdog. Like, next to nothing in it. It's not like they were ever like big money. It's always like next to nothing. That's to play with you. Scotland's goalkeeper is Gunn. He played against Poland today. Yeah, and Lewandowski scored a penalty, and he was born in Warsaw. So yesterday, did you see in the Baltimore Orioles game, guys, the White Sox beat them 8-1. This is the worst team in the league by far. They beat Baltimore 8-1. Baltimore stayed on 81 wins. And Baltimore They only got one run, and it was their opening hitter. And his name's Gunnar Henderson. And the guy who pitched him, his last name was Cannon. Cannon, Gunnar, War. It got me thinking about Arsenal, the Gunners with the cannonball. It's all connected. How can the White Sox beat Baltimore 8-1 in Baltimore? And how did the Angels destroy the Dodgers 7-1? It's not real. It ain't real. Of course, the Angels stayed on 81 losses. Kobe being Bryant, 81 points in his highest scoring game. Also, you see Baltimore at 81-60. Look it up. Baltimore in the MLB at 81-60. Kobe's highest scoring game is 81 points. He scored 60 points in his last game. And Baltimore at 81-60. And I've shown you how Baltimore connect to Kobe. The game at one point was 4-1 as well. Just when I found that and posted it, they were minus 250, the White Sox. So again, unless you're betting thousands of dollars, there's not much you can do with that. But sometimes I'll see something or I've got to share that. You won't always see everything before the game begins. I think with this knowledge, the best strategy is 2 to 3 team parlays where you cover all the outcomes, but you get a larger percentage of the better codes. Amazing. Agree. I would say 2. But it all depends on how much money you have. When I bet, brother, I was betting $1,000, $2,000, $800. I only needed to do one game. I only had to do one game and then study it and read it in play. But if you're betting $20 on a single, financially, you don't get anywhere. So that's why people do 5-team parlays and they get 4 out of 5 and they don't get opportunities to cover. They don't have money to cover. So gambling is tough. It depends why you're doing it. If you're doing it, there's many ways. Some people try and make a living from it. To make a living from it, you need to already have money. Can somebody give me a woo? I'm trying to help you. I've done a video about betting advice. If you want to make a living from gambling, you better already have tens of thousands of dollars saved up that you can risk. If you think you can make a living from gambling by starting with $50 and working your way up, you won't. You only need one game to miss, pretty much. So some people gamble for fun. They watch it. They'll bet $20 and it's like, okay, I just won $22. That's awesome. All right, that covered for the food tonight. Whatever it may be, good for them. If you're betting $5 every day on 5-team parlays and wondering why you're not winning money, you ain't going to win money doing that. And if you can't afford to cover your bets, like again, when I said that the Chiefs would get to the Super Bowl before the season began, before I mentioned any other team, and they would play the Eagles or the 49ers, if you took the Chiefs to win the AFC and then you've got them to win the Super Bowl, all right, and now they're down a lot, there wasn't much you can do. But before the game, you could have bet on 49ers because you've got the Chiefs' future. And then you hope and pray that they come back or whatever it is. So there's different ways of doing it. If you bet on the 49ers to win the Super Bowl, and now they're up 10-3 in the Super Bowl, and you're 95% of the way there of winning your future, if you don't cover the Chiefs at 3-1, you actually, I believe you deserve to lose your money. It sounds harsh, but I don't believe you have any excuses. A lot of the issues with gambling is greed. It's greed. And people say to me, oh, you just try and cover your bets. No, if I call a team a win, people are going to let me know about it if they don't. So if I say something in play like cover them now, cover the other team, it's well worth it. You might even win both, which often happens. It's not for me to be like, oh, you're so amazing, or you want to cover both sides. I'm just telling you what worked for me. So if you bet Chiefs today and you've got a lot of money on them and they go up 14-0 and now you have Baltimore plus 10.5 spread at even money, all right, you can have a little flutter on that as well. You might win both or you'll pretty much break even. if Baltimore come back and win. So it depends on the game and the odds, but please stay away from 5, 6, 7 team parlays. And I'll give you a great example. I've got a really good friend called Javier from Mexico. He's on my website. He's supported me from the beginning. He always does these parlays. I've told him to stop doing it, and he's like, nah, I'm going to do it. It's like he won't stop doing them. And all of his picks hit. And all he needed was the Yankees to beat the Rangers, right? And the Yankees are winning. It pretty much looks like it's over in the 9th inning. Texas Rangers hit a walk-off grand slam, and he lost his parlay. Tell me what he should have done. And again, he's a close friend. What would you do, guys? It was a 14 parlay. 3 of them have hit. All right, you're in the 9th inning. I think the Yankees were up by 2 or whatever it was, which was the Rangers must have been like 7-1, 8-1 to win or higher. You've got to do a cover on Rangers. You have to. But people are like, nah, it's done. And then, oh, wait, they've got a person on first base. Oh, no, but should be good. Oh, my word, they just walked him. First and second base. 0 outs. I don't know if this is exactly what happened. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now, like, say, Texas are like 4-1 to win. They won't win. All right. Then, boom. It's been a hit. Bases loaded. 0 outs. And now, like, they're even money. They're even money. So they've gone from like 7-1 to even money. You're counting your money already, what you're going to do with that money from the parlay. And then, boom. Smashes it out, home run, Texas win, game over. Who's at fault there? Who's at fault? That person, and he knows that. I'll tell him that. People just don't have the ability to code. Not code, because he can code. Cover. I'll just see how it plays out. Well, I'm telling you, that's on you. That's on you. I try and help as much as I can. I don't need to do in-play stuff. So 55% think the Ravens win. So again, I expected it to be 55-45. I didn't know which way. You can definitely profit from this. There's more chance of you profiting from gambling through this knowledge than just going off gut instinct or thinking the best team's going to win. It doesn't work like that, does it? Yeah, that's what I said, Bob. The Chiefs, like, listen to this. Hear me out again. Smash that like. I've got 39 watching, 39 likes. I told you, the people that watch my work enjoy my work. It just seems like nobody watches it. Smash that like. I'll give you the 3s again, just from the top of my head. Now there's 40 watching, 40 likes. Obviously, Satan tempted Jesus 40 days and 40 nights. Listen to this. Here's the 3s. Just top of my head. Chiefs can 3-peat, right? They can. They can 3-peat. They won the recent Super Bowl by 3 points. They had 3 points at halftime. They won the game with 3 seconds left. The winning touchdown was by number 12. 1 + 2 is 3. They were 0-3 in preseason this season. The opening game, they're 3-point favorites. All right? Now, if they come and win this game by 3, it's another good sign for them. They could even lose by 3. But the fact that it's the Chiefs are a 3-point favorites, it has to be 3. We're on the verge of World War III. Like, it's there. Michael Jordan 3-peated, number 23. Look at the jersey numbers of the Chiefs and Ravens quarterbacks. Adds up to 23. 23 is the 9th prime, which is 3 times 3. Michael Jordan retired 3 times from the NBA. So all those 3s, Yeah, I would bet on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl again. I don't even know what odds they are. Let's check. They have to be favorites. So maybe the 49ers are favorites. I'll check for you. But they started out, it was 3-point spread. That can change. So let's see if it gives me the futures. Super Bowl here. 49ers are favorites. Then it's the Chiefs. So look, if the Chiefs win on my app, they are. This is their odds. So they're plus 550. I would personally bet on that. They're plus 550. So are the 49ers. No, the 49ers are plus 500. And then you've got Ravens 9-1, Bills are 12-1, Lions are 12-1. They have a good riddle, the Lions, by the way. An amazing guy called Tim on my website. He's a Lions fan. Like, they were that close to knocking out the 49ers. That was another game, like I said, where I got 49ers in play at 5-1 when they came back and beat them, the Lions. So let me check the conferences, which again, I think Chiefs win again, the AFC. Chiefs are plus 320. I would take that as well. The Ravens are plus 450. And I think 49ers are going to win their NFC. I do all of that. That doesn't get factored in. All people want to know is who's winning it. Do you all understand where I'm going with this stream, guys? Jordan was 30 when his dad died, yeah, and then he won the NBA Finals on Father's Day. It's just as bad as when Kobe and his daughter died, then the Lakers and LeBron won the NBA Finals on Father-Daughter Day. Again, people don't want to hear this. Jimmy said, I quit watching football a couple of years ago despite winning over 10,000 a year and still won money. I just look at spreads that don't seem right and betting teams to bounce back after bad losses. Brilliant, Jimmy. There's no one right way of doing this. People like me, I sometimes go too far. I find so much information and it can become like, whoa. Some people just see a prime number and go, I'm going with the prime numbers. Some people go, all right, all the money is on this team. I'm going against the public. Some people go, all right, the Chiefs just got murdered. They won't get murdered again. They're winning this, even though they're the underdog. So there's different mindsets to it. Look at Brady in UFC main event this weekend, mate. Wait, there's a fighter called Brady, or Tom Brady's going to be watching. Is there a fighter called Brady, or is Brady going to be there? Sean Brady. I don't watch UFC. So he's 16-1. Born in Philadelphia. All right, so we can go 17-1. That's the 18th triangular number. Look at this, guys. Gilbert Burns versus Brady. That's hilarious. All right. I always talk about how Brady connects to the lake of fire in scripture. Gilbert Burns is 22-7. Now, Brady originally retired after 22 seasons with 7 rings, but then he came out of retirement 40 days later. So Gilbert Burns, 22-8 or 23-7. Nothing screams out to me there. Brady won his last. Wait, oh no, it was cancelled. He was supposed to be fighting 3:30 on Klaus Schwab's birthday. It was cancelled. I don't know why. All right, so Brady is going to be fighting on 9-7. 97 is the 25th prime number. He won Super Bowl against the Falcons on 2-5, coming back from 25 points down. Gilbert Burns could stay on 7 losses. Brady won 7 rings. But Sean Brady can get his 17th win, the 7th prime. Oh, man. When's this guy's birthday? Sean Brady. November the 23rd. And what about Gilbert Burns? When was this guy born? Gilbert Burns was born July the 20th. That's when Brady went to the White House. That's Giselle's birthday, his ex-wife. Oh my word, man. This guy's Brazilian, Gilbert Burns. And Sean Brady's American. Brazilian, American. What's the connection there? I don't know. What's the odds? Who's the favorite? It's got to be Brady. Is Brady the favorite if he's 16-1? It's got to be the favorite, no? I got this from another coder. Ravens have a 666 working for them tomorrow. Exactly. Yeah, that's on my website. Somebody put that. I don't know who it was. Tomorrow is exactly 6,666 days after the Church of Satan ritual, which was on 6/6/2006. Wow. Brazil and USA game, Adam. Oh, yeah. Wait, aren't the Packers are in Brazil? My friend's gone. Brady's ex-wife's from Brazil. Oh, my goodness. Guys. Guys, this is what I enjoy. Can we get a woo? Smash that like button. Yeah, Giselle's Brazilian, isn't she? And then you've got this. The Packers are playing out in Brazil. My friend, who's from Wisconsin, flew there. See, you have amazing minds that come together. Now, does that mean we know who's going to win yet? No, we don't. I want to see the odds. You've got to think that the 16-1 guy is the favorite against the guy who is, what's his record again? 22-7. So that's pi as well. 22 divided by 7 is 3.14, and 227 is the 49th prime, which is 7 times 7. I want to see who's the favorite in this fight. It might not show me. Where's the UFC? Where are you, Brady? Oh, come on. It's not showing me. It's only showing me the ones for the 14th of September. Sean Brady versus Burns. Betting odds. Let's have a look. Yeah, Brady's favorite. Gilbert Burns is plus 150. Sean Brady is minus 189. This website is predicting Burns to knock out Brady in the 3rd round with a TKO. Saying that Brady struggles against high-level grapplers. You notice in UFC, they always say like they're going to war, they're battling one another. So again, I've noticed this, when you've got all these free websites giving out picks, they're nearly always wrong. So if this guy's saying Burns wins, probably doesn't. Okay, Brady's good with submission wins. I can't get into UFC. I just don't like the thought of two guys just smashing each other's faces. So that's crazy. So we've got Burns, who has the same birthday as Giselle. Burns is Brazilian. Giselle was born in Brazil. It's a Brazilian against American. Brady was often called Captain America. And you've got the NFL in Brazil right now with the Packers. Green Bay. Brazil obviously have green in their flag, don't they? I think Packers quarterbacks love. I've told you Satan does everything in the name of love. I bet he has a big year. That love for the Packers. Kobe kicked off Black Mamba Tour in Brazil. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Jordan Love. Remember, Jesus Christ was baptized in the River Jordan and God is love in the Bible. You got Jordan Love. So yeah, I think Jordan Love and Packers will have a big year. I do. I think they're building up that Jordan Love. Jimmy said a good example is teams being favored by 4.5 or 5, and they should be 7.5 faves. Bet against them. Yeah, that's good advice. So, Jimmy, looking at the odds today, what are you thinking? The odds look very suspect for me for the Chiefs. The odds. I wouldn't go anywhere near the +3 spread. If I was going to go Ravens, I would just take them money line straight up. It's just Mahomes hardly ever loses in a primetime game either. So if he does, I think there'll be missed catches, or Lamar Jackson will have the game of his life. Or it's like Mahomes was great, but Jackson was greater. They hardly ever have Mahomes struggle. Super Bowl 55 was the last time he had a nightmare where he didn't even throw a touchdown against Brady. So there's a lot here. You guys have added some gold. Chiefs can become 9-5 all time against the Ravens and do that on 9-5. Don't know if that's too in your face, but they can become 9-5 all time when you add the playoffs. Chiefs can become 3-3 versus the Ravens at home, and the last time they beat them at home, they scored 33 points. 58 date numerology pure. Chiefs won Super Bowl 58. Their coach has 58 losses with the Chiefs, including the playoffs. Lamar Jackson can stay on 58 regular season wins as a starter. Mahomes' first ever game versus the Ravens was on 129. Chiefs coach gets his 129th regular season win as the coach. I noticed this blew my mind because in Revelation 14:3, 144,000 are described as those who are redeemed from the earth. All right, the 144,000 that are sealed. The Chiefs coach has 144 regular season career losses and 144 all-time wins with the Chiefs. Now, I don't know how. That's my birthday, by the way. I don't know how that's possible. So he's either going to get his 145th career loss, or he's going to get his 145th all-time win with the Chiefs. And Israel declared its independence on 14-5. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. I want to check the alternate spread. I wish people weren't just so wrapped up in wins and losses. I get it. I do get it as well, but it's like... So the over and under, nearly all the money's on the over, 82%. That would make me take the under, which is better value than the Chiefs' money line. Oh, if it ends with exactly 47 points, that would be mental. Make people sweat. So Ravens, what would I do here, Adam? What would you do? See, I used to bet big money, so I could bet on like -200 and bet 1,000 and win 500. Bet 2,000 and win 1,000. I used to do it a lot. Ravens plus 6.5 is 1-2. That means that they can lose by 2 field goals and still win. But if they lose by a touchdown or more, you've lost the bet. And you'd have to bet big unless you put it in a parlay. Again, the spread is difficult. If I had to bet money line and it was a free bet, I'd have to take the one with the better value, which is the Ravens. But if it was my own money, I don't think I'd bet on the game. I would not be shocked if Kelsey gets a touchdown. I just presume everybody's going to bet on him. And my gut tells me it's under 47. I don't know why. I don't have a number that's making me say that. It's just the 82% of the money on the over. Again, I don't know if that's true either. The world's just full of lies. I don't know if that's even true where the money is. But I will enjoy looking. I do still enjoy going, whoa, he got the first touchdown. Okay, that benefits the Chiefs. Guys, if Ravens come back, get the Chiefs. Or maybe there's all these 52s. There's all these 52s for the Ravens. And maybe with 52 seconds left of the first quarter, the Chiefs score. And you're like, okay, that might actually go against them. You know what? Take that spread in play for the Ravens, plus 9. I don't know where it's going to go. I have a code for the NCAAF. I've got that 3 years out of 4 correct. I think I've got it again. Who's going to win college football? I'll share that. If you're not on my site, I'm going to put the link again for anybody who's enjoyed this stream and wants to learn more. And it's like, wow, there's a lot of crazy minds here working together. But the fact is, it is your money. You decide what you're going to do. You decide what you bet on. I will give you as many insights as I can. But the 128s for Baltimore are spine chilling. I would love to do a 1-minute video where it says the Baltimore bridge collapsed at 1:28 a.m. The Chiefs coach stays on 128 regular season wins with Kansas City Chiefs after losing to Baltimore. They last met each other on 128, which was when the first man received the brain implant for Neuralink. All right, I would love to do a 1-minute video there. I would enjoy. That would be so, okay, that's clear. But scoreline, no, the last time they played, guys, it was only 27 points. So I don't know why everybody's hammering this over. Last time they played, it was 17-10. I think my play today would be the under. If I was given a free bet, I would take the under 47. Just my gut. That's my gut instinct. I wouldn't worry about. But the only issue when you're taking the under, as a fan, it's the worst thing. Can somebody give me a woo? I've done it before. You bet on the under, and you're pretty much supporting the defensive team, aren't you? So when they throw like a 40-yard pass, you're like, oh, man. And they're in field goal position. Or maybe like it's 7-7 after the first 4 minutes. You're like, oh, my word. So that's why most people bet on the over, because they enjoy it. It's on the attack. You just... But I think it's good. I would take probably the under. Watch it end up finishing like with 70 points. Illusion's a fraud. He said the under was definitely going to hit. He said it was a lock. Guy's clueless. He don't know shit. That always makes me giggle. Yeah, they have a really good kicker. So do the Chiefs, though. The Chiefs, they both have great kickers. Yeah, it will be a short, Joseph. I've acknowledged what you said. The over and under, Jimmy, is the points. So if right now, if it's over 47 points or under 47 points combined. So, for example, if the score's 28-25, that's the over. If it finishes 17-10, it's the under. It's the amount of points scored in the game combined. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so you've got to look at the storylines as well. I don't know what's going on with Kelsey and Taylor Swift anymore. That was a big storyline with why the Chiefs won. All of her numbers. I've done lots of videos about Taylor Swift. They're not talking about Taylor much anymore. I have a feeling Purdy, who connects to Brady, might get injured this year. I have a feeling Purdy's going to get injured, Brock. So I think quietly, dope, the money that they say that they're paying for these players is all a lie. Do you know Brady retired with 333 days left in the year, and he made 333 million in the NFL, and he won his last Super Bowl in 2-7, which is 3 times 3 times 3, and he made 333 regular season starts. Did he really make $333 million, or is that because 33.3% of the angels were cast out of heaven? Did he really make that amount? Are they paying all of this money? I think it's all ritualistic. I've done enough videos to show you why. I've even called a few times how much money a player is going to sign for through just my knowledge. Yeah, I think Lamar Jackson's going to have a big game. He was kind of embarrassed in the last game, wasn't he? 10 points. I have a feeling Jackson could get a touchdown today. He's number 8, and I think I know it's not at Baltimore, but their stadium opened on 8-8. So I think Jackson could easily get a touchdown. Kelsey's Riddle's strong. Mahomes, he could run one in. That's crazy. That 32-1. 105th day of his age, 105th NFL season. Mahomes number 15. War equals 15. Andy Reid, Big Red. He's got crazy numbers. So do Mahomes and Kelsey. They just have the numbers. They have these numbers. You ain't taking those numbers away from them. I think after the 3-peat, I don't know what's going to go on with the Chiefs if they do 3-peat. But I think they do 3-peat. Right, I'm going to get off. I'm going to type up the code again. I'll give more insights. Thank you for everybody who shared your insights. I do appreciate them. But again, this ain't easy. I've done this for 4 years, every sport, highly consistent. It ain't easy. It really isn't. So whatever you do decide to do, I wish you luck. I really do. I always want people to win. I still have the thing where I can't stand the bookies. I can't stand Vegas, the corruption of it all. I want you all to win. You might win in different ways. If you lose, yeah, it sucks. Nobody likes losing. Nobody likes losing money. So again, bet what you can afford to play with. And please stop doing 6-7 team parlays. You're wasting your money. But again, if you get enjoyment out of it and it's $10 and you get a cheap thrill and you don't get too upset when you lose, you can do it. But if you're serious about making money, you need to have serious money in the first place, I think. If that's your goal to get rich. So yeah, FanDuel is, from what I've heard, the worst app. It's the worst app that there is. It sucks for most Americans. But again, not long ago, most states you weren't even allowed to gamble. But now it's been really being promoted. So it's like, okay, maybe Satan is behind gambling. Thanks for the stream. Been following you for 3 years, Adam. Cheers, Jimmy Mack. God bless you. Brilliant that you're not watching these games anymore. That's great. So yeah, let's see what happens. I think the outcome's already been decided by something higher than us. I think it's already been determined who wins. I don't think they flip scripts. Anybody. I think it's already been determined who's won today. And I look forward to revealing it at the end. Yeah, Kelsey's 87, 8 + 7's 15. Mahomes wears 15. 47's the 15th prime. All those 47s with them winning the last Super Bowl. Yeah, so expect drama, guys. It's the first game. There's a lot of distractions going on in the world. The NFL is going to be another one. So they're probably going to keep you on the edge of your seat. And if anyone takes the lead late, it's probably Ravens. Because when the ball's in Mahomes' hand with 3 minutes left, the game's like, oh man, Chiefs will still probably win. Do you know what I mean? So it probably will go to the death. You'll find out in X amount of hours whenever this game is. Chiefs score first drive. That's very possible. And then everyone will think it's going to be a super high scoring game. Yeah. There was opening scores in the drives in the last Super Bowl, yeah? So, yeah, it could easily go 7-7. Flight 77 with 9-11. I would not be shocked if it does go 7-7, but I don't know. I have to go. Can you all hit that like on your way out? I'm going to actually do a little workout now because I'm aching. Sounds silly working out when you're aching, but it helps me. Yeah, smash that like. Thank you all for your insights. If you're on my website, I'll post in about 30 minutes everything we have now. And I'll say it again. I hope you win. But I hope you don't worship Mahomes and Kelsey and Jackson and call them the GOATs and the greatest and they're incredible. They're not in control. I'm telling you, they're not. They ain't in control. Something higher than them. They're just being used. But anyways, thank you guys. Thank you all for watching. If you want my book, email me. If you don't have money, you get it for free. It will take you 30 minutes to read and it could change your life. So what are you waiting for? Take care, guys. God bless you. Good luck. God wins.